Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Godly Place story for St. John the Baptist, Dixie, Anglican Church. This is Janice Kretchman. This is Simon Cat, and we're here with the story for today. Wherever you are and whenever it is you are watching this, I'm really glad you could join the circle. It's really good to have you here today. Thank you for coming. Let's begin by getting ready, as we always do. There was once someone who said such amazing things and who did such wonderful things that people began to follow him. And one day they just had to ask, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am the light." Well, the light couldn't stay in just that time, in just that place, with just those people. So the light changed. The light changed so it could be in all places, at all times, and with all people. Where you are today and where I am today, the same light is still with us. And now we are ready to begin today's story. So many great stories of God's people happened in the desert that we have to know what it's like. This is a piece of the desert. The desert can be incredibly beautiful and incredibly dangerous. When the wind blows, it changes shape. There is very little water there, and very little is able to grow. And we need both water and food to survive. In the daytime, the sun burns so hot, and the wind blows the sand so hard that we need to wear lots of clothes to protect our skin. And at night, it gets so cold that we need to wear lots of clothes to stay warm. The desert can be incredibly dangerous, and we need to be careful when we go there. When the people of God escaped slavery in Egypt, and when they crossed through the water to safety, Miriam led the dancing. They were now free to go where they wanted to go and free to do what they wanted to do. But where should they go? What should they do? What was the best way? God loved the people so much that he showed them the 10 best ways, sometimes called the 10 Commandments. As the people traveled through the desert, they were guided by a pillar of fire at night and a pillar of smoke by day. They began to complain about the food and water and how hungry and thirsty they were. Some of them even wanted to go back to Egypt. At least they had food and water there. God helped Moses find food and water for the people of Egypt and kept them safe. As they approached the great mountain, They could see that it was covered by fire and smoke, and they were afraid to go there. Only Moses had the courage to come close to the mountain and to climb up the mountain to meet God. There he came so close to God, and God came so close to Moses that he knew what God wanted him to say. God wanted Moses to write the 10 best ways on tablets of stone and to take them down the mountain to the people. There we go. God gave the 10 best ways to Moses. Moses gave the 10 best ways to the people, and the people gave the 10 best ways to us. Love God. Love people. God loves us. Don't serve other gods. Make no idols to worship. Be serious when you say my name. Keep the Sabbath holy. Honor your mother and father. Don't kill. Don't break your family. I'm going to come back to this one. Don't steal. Don't lie. Whoops. And don't even want what others have. These are not 10 easy ways. They are the 10 best ways to live. They are hard, maybe even impossible, but we are to try. And they mark the 10 best ways, like stones mark a path. I wonder which of these best ways you like the best. I wonder which ones you think we could do without. I wonder which ones you might think are hardest or easiest to follow. I wonder if there are any that make you confused or uncomfortable, kind of like this one did for me. I said I'd come back to this. Don't break your family. When I was in Sunday school, we learned the lesson of the 10 Commandments, using the language in the Bible that we read in church services. And I learned this one to the words, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." And I thought that meant don't be an adult. Turns out I was wrong. That's not what it's talking about at all. The words have since sometimes been used, "don't break your marriage." And you can see, this is a borrowed set from another church. You can see the tape that I've put there. There's some faint lettering underneath. That's what this said. But I think it's bigger than just marriage, because I am not married. Many people are not married. And if this best way referred only to marriage, then we would have only 9 commandments to follow. And I think this one applies to us too. So I think it's bigger. I think it means don't break your family, whatever your family looks like. And we all have families, they just look different. Just like you and I look different. Every person does. We have different hair, we have different skin, we have different voices, different eyes, and our families look different too. My family includes my father, my dad. He's upstairs reading right now. We share the household, and he is definitely part of my family. My family also includes my sister, who lives nearby in a house of her own. In your family, that might be the other way around. And people are family whether or not you live with them. And your family might look entirely different yet again. You might have brothers and sisters. You might have stepbrothers or sisters or step-parents. You might have aunts or uncles or cousins or grandparents or grandchildren. And these people might live with you, or they might live somewhere else, but they're still your family. And your family might also include friends or neighbors who aren't related to you, but who are still your family. People you love, people you help, people you go to when you need help. They can be still your family. And when we say, don't break your family, we mean you should support and honor and do what you can to help those people, and to support and honor and do what you can to help those relationships. It's a big thing to think about, and I wonder if explaining it that way has helped you, or if it's troubled you in a different way, or if you would use different words to explain this one. Or maybe there's another best way that you would explain differently. I wonder. Please let me know. I'd like to hear what you wonder about with these, and if you would explain any differently, how would you do that? That would be interesting to hear. I also wonder, as I was getting this one ready, as I was getting this story ready, I suddenly thought, what did it feel like for Moses being up the mountain when everyone else was scared with all the fire and smoke? What was he thinking? How did he feel? What did he think of what God was asking him to do? How did he think that people would react as he went down the mountain? What did he think they would say? So much to wonder about in this story. Please let me know what you think. Please let me know what you wonder about. Please join us again next week for another story. Take care, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.